gods are stone structures that have the appearance of the Roblox's Moai character head model, with the exception of Furious God, who has a slightly different model. The only difference is that the game's one is horizontally stretched and two spheres are added as eyes. All of them are mainly used for gaining experience, though they all drop different things. The Old God is found in the ancient underwater cave. The Old God is an iconic god, having one of the best essence rates. The Old God is protected by a white ant mound. It is wise to break the mound before mining the Old God. Unless you're good at fighting, its health is 5,000 and it drops 40 essence and will spawn back in 1,000 seconds or 16 minutes. And the tools required is at least a steel pickaxe, and in the classic game, not Booga Booga Reborn. It was formerly found in the ancient underwater cave in the Adurite-rich place, but was moved to the place we know it now, in the other underwater cave in the Sun Island, but in the OG Soybin Booga Booga in the update C1. 51 it was replaced by the Radiant God. The Hateful God is found in the volcanic underwater cave. He is one of the best sources of Adurite. This is the weakest god in the game in terms of tool level. The Hateful God is protected by fire ants. It is wise to break the mound before mining the Hateful God. Its health is 5,000, respawns 1,000 seconds when it is broke, and drops 25 essence, 10 raw Adurite. The Miserable God is a statue that can be found on the floating waterfall island. Not to be confused with the Old God or any other gods in Booga Booga. The Miserable God is also better mined with teammates and is useful for leveling up due to how it drops essence. However, all gods do this. This god, along with the other gods, has 5,000 HP. To break down, it drops 25 essence, 12 blue fruit, 8 crystal chunk in Booga Booga Reborn, but drops 6 blue fruit, 11 essence 2. Crystal chunks is the OG game. The Lonely God is an entity that was introduced on March 21, 2018. It was replaced by the Totem of the Moon that was found on the third floating island. You can still find it in both the classic and reborn versions of Booga Booga. To get to the Lonely God, you need to have a spirit key, which can be dropped from the Crystal Guardian, and then put the key into a hole. After that, the crystal bridge should appear, making a way to the third floating island, or also known as Crystal Island. To mine the Crystal Guardian, you need to have a crystal pickaxe or higher. In the classic game, when it is finally destroyed by the players, the Lonely God used to drop 3 blood fruit, as well as 2 raw meat, and would summon a magnetite meteor into existence. The Lonely God now drops lots blood fruit and some raw meat, as well as lots of raw gold. It will also spawn in 1 meteor of any type. But in Reborn, it drops 20 essence, 4 blood fruit, 2 raw meat, 21 raw gold. Got removed in the C2 update, and is replaced with the Unborn God and the Forgotten God, that are both located on the Crystal Island. But it is still in most Booga Booga games, the Wealthy God is one of the 5 gods. It now considered the 3rd best way to farm XP and the 2nd best way to farm gold. It is also required now to break, to go further into getting on the ancient island in Booga Hybrid, which makes it a requirement to be the one of the most best ways to get XP, gold, etc. The Wealthy God used to reside in the anthill, close to the mountain range on the icy side of the archipelago. There was gold scattered there in the form of nodes and rocks. Defeating the Wealthy God would expose a hole leading to the shiny ant mound and several adorite rocks. One destroying that would lead into the queen ant's lair and the portal to the Sun Island. However, due to the map legacy update and the removal of the ant caves, this is now an outdated location. The wealthy god has been moved to a new location. The new location Soyben chose for the wealthy god is a small cliff at the Ice Islands. It is near the end of the river, where it goes out into the ocean, nearby Shelby and Sheldon. There is nothing behind the wealthy god here, but it still drops the same things it did before. This is the place it is in Booga Booga Reborn. In Classic, it is located on the center island. It was added in the Ant-Man update and primarily drops raw gold and essence, EXP. It used to spawn in a cave filled with gold rocks, gold nodes, and fire ants with their nests, Ma-Yu mounds. It blocked an entrance to a cave, to a shiny ant mound and 4 adurite rocks, and the portal to the second
you.